Martin with the Martin Group, and I am here in studio with Chad Furlong from iThinkBig, and I am super excited to have you in studio, Chad. And Chad and I have known each other for a while, and Chad is doing some big things, and so I wanted to, speaking of big, I think big. I wanted to talk about that a little bit because it's so unique and so just amazing what you're doing to help young people and even help old people with that. So can you tell us a little bit about iThinkBig, how it got started and why you even started it?
So iThinkBig, we've done school assemblies for a long time, over 20 years, spoken to over 3 million students across the United States.
Million with an M.
Yeah,
students.
3 million students
That's
around the world, literally around the world, mainly the US, but that kind of led us into a new journey about 6 years ago into Buena Onda, which is nice. the t-shirt. I'm repping the t-shirt.
You got to rep.
You got to rep it. So, but Buena Onda, the story starts with my daughter, Natalie. She is now almost 12 years old. She's my adopted daughter. When she was 2 days old, she walked into my life.
Wow.
But her biological family from Mexico, just a couple of years, she was 2 or 3, and they came to me and said, Chad, we have land and we want to give it to you. So then I'm presented with, what do I do with that proposition? And that's kind of how we started.
Wow.
The whole thing.
Okay, that's cool. That's cool.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about what you're doing with that land and kind of, the work you've been working on. I know it's still a work in progress. So kind of describe what's happened so far and what the goal is with that.
Well, it was a journey, and it still is. We went and kind of investigated it, met the people, met Natalie's family, and
how cool.
It was mind-blowing. It was incredible. And in being there, we discovered that it was so much need. Small town, maybe 4,000 to 6,000 people in a very agricultural community. So they're workers, they work in fields, they get paid $6, $7, $8 a day. And it's a lot of work. Prices are still pretty high for groceries and food and that kind of thing. So really you're just working to make ends meet. A lot of good, hardworking people. This is south of Ensenada in Baja.
Okay.
So in meeting them, we just kept asking, how can we help if we take this land? Americans a lot of times come in and we project ourselves on a community and try to force our way of thinking, and that's not how we wanted to do it. We didn't want to come in making statements. We wanted to come in asking questions.
So good.
So we wanted to listen. So how can we help, or can we help at all? Or do you want or need anything? We didn't want to impose.
Right.
But people kept saying, yeah, we would love to have you here. So over the years, we decided that we're going to build what would be kind of like a Boys and Girls Club.
Okay.
So after school programs, we want to help kids. That's what we've done with iThinkBig for a lot of years. We believe in the young. We believe that if you can just inspire the young, there's so much potential inside of them that's just coming out. And when we were growing up, you had somebody believe in you that had incredible impact.
Yeah.
And we are who we are because somebody took the time to just see us.
Right.
So that's all we want to do is provide opportunities for these young kids to maybe be what they can possibly become.
Right.
And it's all love. And so we're going to do after school programs, before school programs, feeding programs. We're going to provide a free daycare for these single moms who work in the fields. We want to do summer camps to keep the kids active when they're out of school, surfing camps, church camps, English camps, art camps, just soccer camps. The list goes on and on.
Just an array of things to be positively pour into the community there and help these kids. And seeing, basically 2 decades plus of iThinkBig and the idea of pouring into the community, pouring into kids and helping them grow, become better young men and women. And it's cool because I've gotten to see firsthand some of the people who were in, the program 12 with, which is through iThinkBig that were, then 19, 20, the interns that were 19, 20, 21, and now they're 30 and they have families and they're leading professional lives and they're pouring into some are pastors. So it's really like to see the before and after. So I'm excited about what's happening, down in Mexico because I've already seen it happen. I've already seen the positive results of it. So
a lot of those kids in that little town they've never been outside of it.
Right.
So in the same way, the interns, I mean, if we can just throw some love at them, believe in them, who knows? And you've been a part of that too. I mean, Zap, you wrote a check. We had breakfast about
That's right.
2 months ago, and you were like, "Hey, man, here you go."
Yeah,
You've invested into this project, and thank you for doing that. That means the world to us.
Thank you. So how can others, because I didn't write the check out of nothing. I see what you're doing. I love what you're doing. I want to support it. How can others support what you're doing? How can others, either financially or if they have any kind of specific skill set, can you give us an idea of how people can love and support what you're doing?
You know, it takes so much money to do this. We're building a big building. We've done a lot on this land in the last 6 years. We've got 4 cabins. We've got a comedor, which is like an outside eating space, and we've fenced the property, we've leveled it, but we have a big building that we're trying to build, and we've probably got $125,000 or so invested into it so far. It's going to take us about the same to finish it. Financially, if people are able to support us, they can do that at iLoveBig.org. That's our website, iLoveBig.org. iThinkBig.org is our school assembly thing, so we kind of kept the theme going. Kept the theme going. So they can support us there and learn more about us there as well. We've got videos. If you just search Buena Onda, Punta Colonet is the name of the town, Punta Colonet. Great surfing if any surfers want to check that out. But yeah, we're excited to see what we can do in this community and the impact we can make, and it's just one step at a time.
Awesome. iLoveBig.org.
iLoveBig.org.
So please support Chad. Again, what Chad is doing is amazing. Please support him if you can. If you have questions about it, talk to me. I'll tell you all about how awesome it is. But love you. Love what you're doing, man. Thank you so much for coming in, and I appreciate you.
Hey, you too, brother.
Thanks.
Take care.